Today we're diving into SoFi, a company that's had a lot of attention recently. We'll explore some key factors driving its current movement and highlight important company updates. Now let's jump right into it and explore what's behind the recent activity with SoFi, while leaving aside any deep technical analysis and focusing on broader trends. Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads, and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. First off, SoFi saw a modest increase today, up about 1.49% as the trading day was nearing its end. Earlier, it even hit a new 52-week high of 1049s before experiencing a bit of a dip. This brings up some questions about what's causing the fluctuations. SoFi released two significant pieces of news recently, and we'll look at both. The first piece of news involved partnerships, which, while good for marketing, isn't necessarily a strong reason to invest in SoFi just yet. Partnerships often bring brand visibility and potential opportunities, but unless there's a concrete financial impact, such news tends to have a limited effect on the stock price. The second announcement was about the company expanding its partnership with Nova Credit. This multi-year collaboration aims to enhance credit eligibility and risk management. However, there's no major new initiative here. It's more about extending what's already in place. SoFi's recent moves, while beneficial in terms of risk management, don't seem to present immediate buy signals for investors. Today's market activity largely appears to be driven by momentum from previous trading days. The big money is pouring in, and as we approach the close, over 81 million shares have been traded compared to the average of about 44 million shares. This uptick in volume, combined with strong buying pressure, is certainly propping up SoFi's stock price. Roughly 70% of all transactions today have been from big buyers, which further explains why SoFi continues to climb. It's interesting to note that a bit of fear of missing out, FOMO, kicked in when the market opened, which fueled further buying. The only somewhat negative news today came from an analyst who gave a price target of $6 for SoFi. But with only a 50% success rate, this analyst's recommendation didn't seem to carry much weight. On the flip side, there's a slightly more optimistic price target of $7 from another analyst with a 92% success rate. That said, neither of these predictions is ground-shaking. One tiny yet notable positive came from expectations for SoFi's upcoming earnings report. An analyst raised the projected revenue slightly from $629.22 million to $629.63 million. While this isn't a massive change, it does point to higher expectations, even if only by a fraction. As we take a broader look at the market, today was a tough day for tech stocks, which were hit pretty hard. Energy stocks also struggled, but financial stocks like SoFi seem to be holding up better overall. Despite this positive sentiment, there's some misinformation floating around on social media. A few accounts have been claiming that SoFi is experiencing a short squeeze, but the data suggests otherwise. In fact, short interest is on the rise, with 289,000 shares shorted today. The idea of a squeeze happening at the moment is unlikely, though this could change if the stock continues its upward trajectory. Speaking of short positions, around 16.94% of SoFi's shares available for trading are currently shorted, which amounts to approximately 177.16 million shares. While this is a significant amount, the shorting activity today points to some investors doubling down rather than covering their positions. The cost to borrow SoFi shares has also remained relatively low, which doesn't indicate any imminent short squeeze. One aspect worth mentioning is the options market. Yesterday, SoFi set a record in options activity, and today is following close behind. The majority of the action today has been in call options, with over $29 million in calls and around $6 million in puts. About 44% of these options trades are bullish, meaning they're betting on the stock to rise, especially around the $11 to $11.50 price range. There's also an unusual number of puts at the $9 strike price for November 1st, which suggests some traders are anticipating a pullback following SoFi's earnings report. Historically, SoFi tends to run up before earnings, but then sees a pullback after the results, regardless of whether the numbers are positive or negative. This pattern of behavior is likely why some traders are hedging their bets with those $9 puts. In the short term, it seems many are expecting SoFi stock to hover just below 9.50 cents. When you look at the open interest on the calls, there's strong interest at the $10 level and below, which could signal where traders think the stock will settle. If SoFi can close above $10, we might see a bit of a squeeze due to the large number of call options around that price. Should the stock stay above $10 through the end of the week, market makers could be forced to cover up to 15 million shares, which would drive the price up even further. Looking at the bigger picture, SoFi still has room to grow, particularly if it can push past some key resistance levels. The next target based on recent trends is $11.47, and there's a good chance it could hit that if momentum continues. However, if SoFi fails to maintain its current price levels, there's potential for a short-term pullback, especially if it drops below key support levels like 9.50 cents. As long as it stays above this level, though, the bullish sentiment remains intact. In the near term, SoFi seems to be in a strong position, but we'll have to see how things play out as the market reacts to upcoming news and earnings. If you're trading SoFi, it's always important to stay informed and make decisions based on the data available. Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.